Yes, I named my baby Don Julio Demure Amor. It's what? Why do y'all have such a problem with what I name my child? She's not going to hate her name. She's going to love her name. She's not going to get bullied. I don't even plan on having her go to public school.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got something pretty good, man. We got one of our millennials, we got one of the sisters, man, that's in my generation that is doing the most, right? She's doing the most. She is receiving some backlash because of the name she decided to give her child. Now, for me, take it with a grain of salt, right? Take this video with a grain of salt because she has to be joking, right? She has to be trolling because there's no way somebody can be, I guess, this smart, right? Let's just say that this smart to sit over here and name the child after some alcohol. But then again, there are people who do that, right? Hennessy, Cartier, or Cartier, or I mean, like you got plenty of names, right? But once again, man, it's just sad, man, because once again, I like having these conversations, right? Because it's something that we need to have, right? Because there's a lot of people who tend to be disingenuous, who tend to see and know that this stuff is bad. You shouldn't be doing this. But hey, well, you know what? Because I live in my own world, I don't believe in stereotypes. Understand that with certain names, there just come certain stereotypes. But for the most part, a lot of your stereotypes, right, when it comes down to these names, tend to be true. And a lot of women, right, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have your sisters, that's not true, yeah. You know, you can sit over here and have these unique names, doesn't mean that you're gonna sit over here and be a part of that stereotype. Once again, when you have Shaniqua, when you have LaQuasia, when you have Barniqua, whatever, right? Anytime you have those type of names, they tend to come with a stereotype of loud, ratchet, mean, ghetto, or whatever. You can say what you want, but that tends to be the truth, right? Because when you have women, when you have your sisters who are coming from the suburbs, who are coming from your two-parent households, they're not naming their daughters that, right? Let's be honest, they're not naming their daughters that. It's only the ones that you tend to see in the hood, right? That you tend to see, man, you know, that single mothers or whatever, right? Tend to have the children very, 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 very young. And once again, I'm calling it for what it is. And I'm not saying it's all the sisters, man, who have a name like LaQuasia, or whatever. And I'd be thinking I have all of the names, and then a sister just come up with a whole new one, right? I end up meeting a whole new sister with another Quisha in there, and I'm like, God, dog, like, right? Y'all look up, right? I know some of y'all might remember, but y'all look up Sharkeisha, right? Sharkeisha. That whole video, man, that went viral years and years and years ago. Once again, that is a stereotype that Akeisha has, right? So, I mean, I'm just saying, but let's go ahead and jump into this video.
Yes, I named my baby Don Julio Demure Amor. It's what? Why do y'all have such a problem with what I name my child? She's not going to hate her name. She's going to love her name. She's not going to get bullied. I don't even plan on having her go to public school. She's good. She's chilling. Like, she is very beautiful. She's going to love her name. She's not going to hate me like you guys are saying she is. She's not going to get bullied. Really, I feel like y'all just hating on her name because y'all ain't come up with it. But that's just me, though. And she don't really got to worry about working either. So at the end of the day, she's good over here. And then people are talking about calling CPS, and she all over Twitter. They talking about she don't got a dad and very much married. So yeah, and he thought the name was fine. He didn't have a problem with it. So why do y'all care so much? I feel like y'all just mad because y'all didn't come up with it. It's fine. Y'all can hate if y'all want to.
I mean, hey, I don't know how many brain cells you think that sister has. I mean, hey, you tell me, right? You tell me. But the fact that she's sitting over here saying that, hey, well, you know what? I don't even plan on, you know, having my daughter enroll in public school is just false, right? You could just tell just off the strength of the background. Yeah, that child is definitely going to be going to public school, right? That child definitely going to be going to public school, probably off some assistance. Now, once again, take this video with a grain of salt, right? Because once again, she can probably be BSing just to get some clout. But once again, man, it's not too far-fetched that, you know, you got plenty of sisters out here, man, who have these crazy, wild names. But of course, I just want to talk about the stereotypes that come with these names, right? The stereotype that comes with these names. The fact that even when you try to come out here, now she's saying I don't even plan on having her working. That's why another reason why I say take it with a grain of salt, because everybody got to work, right? Even I know she doesn't have many brain cells, but I know for a fact even she knows that, right? She is saying that, hey, well, she's probably not going to work once again. When she's going out here looking for a job, that can also be held against her, right? Now we already know about the workforce, right? We already know, man, how sometimes some workforces can leverage, if they want to, they can leverage the got dreads, lips black as I don't know what kind of name is that? I mean, the name is already seeming kind of bad. Don't want to deal with it, right? You don't want to have that target on you, right? You don't want to have that stereotype on you. But once again, you have people who are like her who don't mind putting their child in that situation and play the game of, hey, well, that might not ever happen. Oh, well, they're not going to hold anything against my child. No need to be disingenuous, right? No need to be disingenuous. And she says that she's married. I mean, hey, once again, I mean, a lot of sisters tend to say that, man, when they do stuff like that, just because, hey, well, let me make myself look good. So they tend to throw lies. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying that she's lying, but once again, a lot of women tend to lie just so they can go ahead and make themselves look good in those situations. Because once again, you don't really ever see fathers making these crazy names. It's only women, man. It's only sisters who give these children crazy names. And these are to be the same people that walk around here believing and thinking, oh, well, these stereotypes aren't true. Once again, and these kids grow up just to live out these stereotypes, right? When you look at a lot of these brothers that's in jail, just look at some of their names. And when you look at a lot of these sisters who are in jail, just look at some of their names. A lot of their names, man, tend to be crazy. A lot of their names tend to be crazy, and they live up to them. So when you sitting over here, man, trying to argue that, oh, well, names, man, names really ain't this, name really ain't that. They have their own meaning to it. Once again, yeah, there are stereotypes that are stuck to some of these names, and that's just a fact, right? Because now, once again, even in the comment, right, the only reason she's even making that video is because someone says, for the people that keep saying she won't be able to get a job, or she's going to get bullied at school, it's just a fact. It's going to be hard for her to get a job. Now, once again, she's saying, hey, well, my daughter's not going to hate me. I mean, hey, that's to be seen. But once again, she might resent you for that. And this is why I said you have children raising children. That's just what it is, right? In today and age, you're going to see a lot of children raising children. The blind leading the blind. Somebody says, I blame the dude that went raw in her. Yeah, that is a fact, right? That is a fact. Someone else says, any child named Don Julio Demure is not going to a private school. Somebody else says she could have at least did Don Julio. Somebody else says Hennessy was wild enough, but Don Julio Demure, Adore, or whatever his name is crack level chaos, right? That's once again, it's I mean, hey, but you're gonna have people who are disingenuous who will say, well, that's a unique name. That's the name that they want to pick, blah, blah, blah. Okay, hey, that's fine. Somebody else says, addressing Gus with the bonnet on tells me everything I need to know. And this is why I say perception is key on this channel. You're probably gonna have another sister, man, that's probably going to be raised by a single mother. That's just me, though. Somebody else says, who mad? Girl, you slow. That's a fact. Somebody else says, name her after the liquor that got you pregnant. Showing ignorance. Somebody else says, I think she's trolling y'all. LOL. I think so too. And then somebody else says, this generation is fried, which we are. Because once again, a lot of people like to live the life in a disingenuous way. And it's going to be the death of us all. So do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe. I just wanted to go ahead and just have this conversation because I think this is just something good to have. I think this is just a good conversation to have. But like I said, do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe.